This is going to be a long game.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Jones. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake, Torres. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Oh, nifty. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears have moved out in front. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? the guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense back out. There's the veteran bruiser, the running back, Leonard Fournette. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Jones now, off play action. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. You think back to last week, they dropped that game to the Detroit Lions. Now they're trying to make amends here as they've got the football and the lead. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Levante David in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Torres. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
19, Tiger.
A final shot before break. Torres. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment, but first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. Plenty to look forward to in that early window, one being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And then lastly, on Sunday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime? Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because They are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd down, Torres. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason. And what I mean by that is
point after here coming up. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Looking to throw. Jones.
He's got Otten.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Here's a give to Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. They'll go up the middle with White. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Torres. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Torres. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Looking to throw. Torres. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea, his 2nd sack of the night. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Torres. And he's going to go down again. Vita Vea, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Second down, back to Fournette. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Jones on 1st and 10. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it right side to White. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Fournette, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Caught on the slant. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Rashad White,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Buccaneers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Torres. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out come the Bucs now. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's good. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear position.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Jones. From the gun on 3rd down. And some room to roam now. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw. And this
A give to the fullback on the dive. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Torres. This one swung out to Montgomery. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Montgomery. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now the Bucs down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now Jones. That's complete to Otten. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Jones. He'll find Fournette again here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do